Ryan, a two-parter here. One, are you able to provide any sort of update on VTech or what happened? And two, what can you say about McKenzie coming in cold like that?
Yeah, I haven't got an update from the trainers yet on VTech. Just told you what's come back. Outstanding by Blackwood. Outstanding. Some saves that some of the best saves you'll see in this league this year. I'm assuming keeps us in the game, especially there in the third when we battle back to make it 3-3. They're going to give up a great A, and Crosby makes that play in the middle of the ice. I think he gives it to Raquel maybe, but it's a hell of a save.
The slow starts, if they're not as frequent, but there was another one tonight, similar to Philly, a little bit different. The resiliency of the team is something to look out for. What's the messaging on the bench? Maybe not just from you, but from the players amongst themselves in those moments.
Well, I think in training camp we said we're not going to ever give up. We will never give up, ever, and what is going on in the hockey game. And credit to the guys, we stuck with it. It's a hole that we don't want to be in, and we're in it too often right now. But I give the guys a lot of credit to battling back and getting a point in this game where it wasn't looking pretty for a long time. And we got to look and find some ways to start on time. I think there's times we start on time and then our game dwindles in the second and third, and there's times we don't start on time and we get our game going in the second and third. So we got to find some a 60-minute effort here soon.
Where did you guys struggle early in the game?
Just execution, breakouts. We were slow to everything. We couldn't execute on our breakouts, and then we were just our neutral zone turnovers, which we've talked about a lot the last few days. We just have to continue to understand how we need to play, and we get away from it.
Conversely, though, it seemed like from the beginning of the game, Dellandrea was a guy that brought a lot of energy, his entire line. Can you just talk about his performance and the line's performance?
Yeah, that was Ty's best game as a Shark. He was skating, he was physical, obviously made a big play to Toph there on the goal. I like their line a lot. I think they bring good energy. I thought Tyler was good tonight too. So that line was good tonight.
For a guy like Dellandrea that doesn't get a lot of sort of limelight or spotlight, just how important can he be to a scoring line? Just the things that he can do for a line like that.
Yeah, I think what he's got to realize is how does he impact the game in different ways. That's with his speed, with his competitiveness, with his intensity on the forecheck, with some playmaking ability, with some simple hockey. So he's learning that, I think, and he kind of knows, but it just needs to be more consistent. And I thought tonight he did a really good job of that.
You've talked about your video coaches and your review crew a lot, but you were the last 3 seasons. They're 22 for 24, and they've 10 straight. How valuable is it just to have that in those situations? I know, it may not be the most thought of forefront thing, but 22 for 24 over the last 3 years is pretty incredible.
Yeah, they're so prepared. We meet in the summers and they're already dialed in, and they look at every goal that's scored. They look at every challenge that was challenged through the National Hockey League, and they're on it. So I give those guys a lot of credit. They know the rule book inside and out, so what things you can and cannot challenge. So credit to those guys.
When you're told to challenge, are you just confident? Okay, we know this goal's coming back, sort of thing, or is it still a little bit of hesitation?
Well, you got to have some feel for what's going on in the game, the score. The time, the momentum of the game, where we're at. We also have a look at on the bench. So, but we're fairly confident in those guys for sure.
Ryan, you talk about needing to play a full 60 minutes. How close do you think you guys are to maybe flipping that switch and getting there?
I think we're closer than we were in the beginning of the season, but we gotta keep hammering away our identity on how we need to play and. With our puck play and just keeping our game simple. We try to get too cute at times. That's what gets us into trouble. After tonight, I don't feel like we're that close, to be honest with you. We still got a ways to go. And until every guy in there is believing in that, it's going to be this up and down of a game that we're going to see.
What can you say about Will and Mac together on the line for the first time tonight?
Yeah, I thought they did some good things in the offensive zone with the puck. They also have to do some things a lot better without the puck. Awareness of this is young players. We're talking 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid. So it's nothing that we didn't realize was going to happen, especially when we have last change and the matchups and all that. So it's kind of to be expected, and they're going to continue to get better and more understanding of situations that are happening on the ice. But they've grown a lot since day one, so that's good to see.
With Macklin in particular, were you impressed by just his battle one-on-one? That he won a lot of one-on-one battles tonight.
Yeah, that's something Mac and I talked about the other day. Is just getting more competitive in his battles and using his body more. Excuse me, and I thought he did a really good job of that tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Max Shanks.